What's good, B2TB family? Look, man. First of all, I got the shirt on today. I don't want y'all to judge me. This is one of my favorite shirts. It's Adidas. So, Adidas is my favorite brand of all time. I just want y'all to know that. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there at the gate. So yeah, Adidas, if you see this, sponsor your boy. Alright. Anyway, on a real note, I just had an interview. So today is doing really good, going off really good, man. I'm just looking for better opportunities, you know what I'm saying? So look, I'm gonna start out this video saying, like, I know I talked about Georgia weather being bipolar and stuff, or being crazy, but you know, everybody's weather is kind of crazy. If you live in Earth, the weather gets crazy sometimes. But for the last like week or two, like really 2 weeks, the weather's been actually really nice out here. Like, it's been really nice. And this is coming from a guy who plays baseball. So, like, you know, I be in tune with the weather. I watch the weather all the time. So, I think I said that before, but, you know what I'm saying? But, like, today, it is nice out here. It is nice. It's not too hot. It's a little humid, you know, but you expect that. At night, it's mild. Like, you can walk outside, and you can either have a jacket on or a tank top on. It don't matter. Just whatever you choose. Like, I love nights like that. You know what I'm saying? But, I just want to shout out to the Georgia weather. Has been doing this thing lately, you know what I'm saying? So thank you to the weather. But yeah, this is a motivational Monday video. That's probably what I'm gonna title this video. It's gonna be Motivational Monday. You know what I'm saying? But this video is going into jobs. Like I just told you guys, I just did an interview today. It went really well. But like this is coming from a good place. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who work in, because I heard this statement a lot, and it comes from older people, because in this day and age, you don't have to work at a job to make bread. That's why, you know, I'll be pushing YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I've had other business things. I've done Lyft. You know, I've done a lot of different type of employment things, which I'm thinking about doing another one. You know what I'm saying? But the best thing you could do is an at-home business. You know what I'm saying? And I'll get more into that, because this video is not going to be like learning, like a teaching video of that stuff. This is more of a, if you have a job and you're not happy, and I've heard like older people say nobody wants to work anymore. Everybody's always hiring. It's truth to the statement, because a lot of people don't want to work anymore because people don't believe in getting treated like crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, slavery don't exist anymore. And jobs want you to be a straight slave. It is what it is. That's what I'm going to go ahead and say. Jobs treat you like crap. I don't believe in people controlling other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, having to ask you, hey, I'm going on a trip June 11th through June 17th. Is that okay? That's dumb. If I want to go out of town and do something, I'm just gonna go out of town. I remember, and this is, you can criticize me if you want to, but I remember I had an incident at my first job that I put in vacation time months in advance. My birthday's in November. I was taking a birthday trip. It was the only time I ever took off on my birthday. But my birthday is on a time where they call blackout. And for people who work at warehouses and retailers, or people that just work in general, they know what blackout means. But it technically means that you're not allowed to take off at this time, because it's their peak season. They need all their workers, blah, 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 this, blah, blah, that. So anyway, I had like something that I had to do, because it was the only time my auntie was going to be around. And I had to go see her, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I took off 4 days around my birthday. And I put it in August. My birthday's in November. So, you know, so after I put the time in, I'm just like, okay, cool. I put the request in, and then I go up to my manager, tell my manager. My manager ain't say nothing. My manager didn't care. But then his manager, it came down to the point like, okay, I went on the trip. It's my birthday. This was all the way in August. So I'm communicating, blah, blah. His manager, my manager's manager, stupid pyramid scheme that they got going on, was like, where were you, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. I was like, I was on a trip. I was like, my manager knew. I put the time in, blah, blah. He was like, I denied your time. He was like, you weren't supposed to take a trip at that time. I'm like, I still went. Anyway, No, I didn't get disrespectful. That's one thing about me. I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but I'm like, why did you deny it? I put it in 3 months ahead of time. Like September, October. Yeah, 3 months ahead of time. And he was like, well, we don't do vacations at that time, blah, blah. So besides the fact that this dude takes a vacation every Christmas, the same guy that I'm talking to take a vacation every Christmas. Christmas is a blackout holiday. That's besides the point. I didn't bring that up. But I'm like, well, I told my manager, he didn't say anything. And then when I put in the time request, I didn't even think to look back at it, because I was like, it's more than enough time for y'all to understand that, and I was like, I had to go on this trip. So I was like, well, I mean, I wasn't putting, I did say something kind of disrespectful, but I was like, well, I wasn't putting the time in to ask you for time off. I was putting the time in to let you know I wasn't gonna be here. Like, I don't know what jobs be wanting us to think. Like, if I say, hey, I put a time in request for this day, this month, or whatever, and I don't take trips that much, like it was the only time I took a trip the whole year, I don't expect you to give me no flack about it. So, like, I don't expect you to give me no kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word that I'm looking for that I can't think of right now, but trust me, it'll hit me later, because it always does. But I don't expect you to give me, like, no rebuttal or whatever. That's probably a good word that I could use at the time, but whatever. So he just looked at me weird and whatever, but I was like, yeah, I wasn't, asking for the time off. I was just letting you know, hey, I'm not going to be here. Whether you deny it or accept it, I'm still not going to be here. So anyway, because like my grandma could be on her deathbed and I'm trying to go see my grandma, and you guys are trying to tell me I can't take off. Like, you guys are stupid. That's dumb. So anyway, this is a motivational video because I know I got a lot of people that I know that work, and they work their butts off. Some people I know work 2 jobs. Some people I know go to school and work. Some people I know are trying to do other stuff like YouTube and work. I'm one of them, but that's not just me. I know a lot of people that do a lot of stuff, and they're working because they need their money, they need their income. I understand that. You gotta work, you gotta get your income. But Motivational Mondays is all about being true to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, jobs are not gonna do everything that you want them to do. If you love your jobs, cool. That has nothing to do with this video. Because I worked at least 3 or 4 jobs now where I see that management can be petty, and because they're managers, they think that they have like this bigger ego, or like they don't have to do the stuff that they were required to do before they became managers. You know what I'm saying? When I was a manager at my first job, I never thought, oh, I'm better than anybody. If I had to get down and dirty and help my people out, that's what I was going to do. And I got in trouble for that. I got in trouble for literally going and acting like a regular worker because I was a manager. And because I was a manager, I wasn't supposed to be acting like a regular worker. But what happens when we're understaffed and you can't handle the amount of work that we're doing? Well, the people that we have can't handle the amount of work that we're doing. So you want us to just watch them suffer? That's what you're telling me? Watch these people struggle to get the job done? So I've never been that kind of person. So because I've always been that kind of person to help out even when I'm not supposed to, tells me more about me than the job. You know what I'm saying? So this is not saying that I'm the best person in the world or hardest worker in the world. It's not something to say that. It's just like I'm motivated to be a good person. You know what I'm saying? And as we all should be. I believe in teamwork. That's one thing about me that I've always believed in. I believe in teamwork. And anybody who watches this video that worked with me on my first job, they will put in the comments like, he's telling the truth. So I don't have to, I don't even have to say this out loud. This is just an example. You know what I'm saying? But this goes to everybody. Like, be true to who you are. I know I put a video before that because I had this dude that I met, and he just said that to me, and I titled the video, Be True to Who You Are. But don't let these jobs run your life. Like, jobs are not the end all be all. Like, you could die today and they'll replace you tomorrow. And the only people that will mourn you are the people you worked with, your managers and stuff. I mean, unless you was cool with your managers, because I was cool with a lot of my people when I was a manager, and I was also cool with some managers. They're not even going to remember who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's the people that you meet at your job that, that you connect with and that you have, like, good vibes with and good, friendships with. Those are the people that are going to remember you and who you are and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And, like, there's some people that you can even meet at a job that can help you with other stuff. I've seen it plenty of time before. The person that was in my first video, China, I met her at my first job. And we've been friends since. You know what I'm saying? And I was getting crucified. Like, I don't think that was the right word to say in that specific thing. But China met me. It was a fluke of how she met me, because she was a manager, I wasn't. But she was there at the moment, at the incident. And I'm correct about the incident that's going on. I'm telling another manager the incident that's going on and like what's wrong and blah blah. And he's looking at me like I'm the bad guy, like I was the cause of this. So I'm like, and so instead of opening my mouth and being who I usually am, I'm a person who's not gonna take no crap from nobody. I usually don't keep my mouth closed. I just swallowed my tongue and was like, I'm gonna let him have it. Let me just do what I was supposed to be doing. And then China came up to me and she was like, you was really mature, you know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of people would have just said fucking and lost their job at that point, you know what I'm saying? Because people, like, when they shit out of luck, and when companies are shit out of luck and don't, excuse my choice of words there, but when managers are out of luck and they don't have enough workers, they work their people that they do have to death. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't say, oh, you can't get overtime and blah, blah, that. When they don't have nobody, oh, you can get as much overtime as you want at that point. Because they want to see you in zombie mode when you're not getting no sleep because you're working there. And that happened to me a lot, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that I took that to the chest and was just like, oh, I didn't want to just sit there and let this dude talk to me like this. China was like, I do respect you for that, blah, blah. She was real. She came up to me. She was like, you was mature. And she was like, you were right about what you said and stuff. And then, what's crazy is, like, I wasn't expecting the next situation, but the dude did come up to me and was like, he didn't apologize. Because, males and managers, their egos get in the way, and they don't like to apologize. They don't like to say, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Or my bad. He was just like, yeah, you was right. But I took that as an apology. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't say you was right either, but that was basically what he was saying. So, they got a weird way of wording things. But yeah, man, like, as a motivational speaker, like, I've always wanted to be a motivational speaker. I'm not trying to use my YouTube platform to be a motivational speaker, but as a podcast, I will try to put as much, like, positive stuff out there in the world, because positivity is just so under the, like, you don't see it. It doesn't trend. Videos don't get watched. Even though there's some videos I go out there and I'll see a positive thing, like somebody helping somebody. I see a lot of videos of people who help, like, they'll help dogs out, like stray dogs find a home. They have, like, some people who do that in other countries, and they get a lot of views. And that's a little thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, it's not little, but that's something that's not really talked about a lot. But I'd rather that be out there in the world, in the universe. So that's why I started off with, like, hey, the weather's nice. That's a positive message. And nobody's really going to say that. They're just going to be outside. The only time they're going to say something about the weather is when there's a storm outside. And they're like, dang, again, another storm? But it hasn't stormed in 2 weeks prior. So live in the present. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay in the present. If you focus on the present, you won't worry about what's going on in the past. And you can worry about the future later. Stay focused on the present. And, just be happy at that moment. Because it's more enjoyable. So anyway, I'm going to end the video on that note. I've been feeling good lately. Oh, and shout out to the team yesterday. I wanted to go ahead and say that to end the video, because we won yesterday 12-3 for baseball. So I'm gonna just go ahead and end that. We had a great game yesterday. Me specifically, I just had a short game. I didn't do much. I scored a run though, so that's all that counts. And I want to give my boy Terrell a shout out at the end of this video, because me and Terrell, we played together at least 3 or 4 times, and then we played against each other plenty of times. I met Terrell probably about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe longer than that. I think it was a little longer than that. But then I had retired and came back, and we're on the same team again. He came in the pitch in like the 5th, 6th inning, and I'm talking about strikeout after strikeout after strikeout after strikeout. That dude was on point yesterday. So shout out to Terrell, shout out to everybody else. Everybody was hitting the ball well. We was getting to these guys, man. And it looks good. It looks good. Like, our season looks like it's on a good roll. I'm pretty sure we're 3-0, and then we have a tie. But that tie doesn't count. That tie doesn't count on the record yet, because we're gonna replay that team. So I think we're 3-0. But I will get back. No. We're 4-0. Whatever. That's not a here near here. I missed the game because I was in Myrtle Beach, so I don't really remember the schedule. I mean, really remember the record. But I'll get all that info out in another video. But thank you guys for watching this video. And you guys just stay motivated, man. Stay motivated to do stuff. I got so many things that I want to do. And I got a lot of topics that are finna go crazy. Like, I got topics that a lot of people are not talking about coming up on this podcast. So y'all stay tuned, all right? Y'all have a great rest of y'all Monday. And, you know, just be safe out there. And, you know, just be positive, man. Stay motivated. If you got goals, look at your goals, make a list, and just aim for each goal and just check them off. Because as soon as you check off that one goal, whether it's buying a car, getting a new job, once you check off that first goal, you're going to be like, dang, this feels good. And then, boom, you're going to start aiming for the next goal, next goal, next goal. And then guess what? Those goals are going to increase. They're either going to increase in value or they're going to increase in how you're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you start getting to your accomplishments. All right, man? So you guys have a good one. Peace out.